I could just pour concrete in these holes, say, hey, it looks good, but I'm actually gonna do a little bit of work, so it makes leveling this structure a lot easier. Good morning, beautiful people. Tell you what, after digging these holes and fighting these roots yesterday, one of the boys just said as we came out here, my digging muscles hurt. Yep, that is the truth. So we're back at it today. We are working on basically getting our foundation laid. We are working on digging the holes for our supports for this addition. A lot of roots, a lot of roots, a lot of rocks, heavy clay. I don't know why, but you know, generally anywhere on this property, you know, assuming it's not like driveway, it's not very hard, but for some reason right here next to the house, it is hard and compacted. It's just pretty lousy soil, actually. We're gonna get with it again, keep digging. I can already tell you this stump right here on the end, I've got a spot I gotta dig right there, and I can already see the great big roots right there. So we're just gonna keep plugging along. Nearly done. That hole needs to be widened out a little bit. I actually had a good time with this hole. I was able to get the tractor in here and bust out the big old roots that were in. Yeah, you can kind of see that one. Actually, I kind of dodged a bullet. This one right here just creeps off right there on the edge of the hole, so we're good. Oh, that zoomed in. We are nearly done with digging the holes, and now the tricky part comes. I've got to get my level, run my strings, and I don't have any boards that I can make forms to just drop in the hole and level and get my height to where I want them. I could just pour concrete in these holes, say, hey, it looks good, but I'm actually going to do a little bit of work, so it makes leveling this structure a lot easier. Just because the one we live in was built kind of a shot in the dark, doesn't mean I have to build mine that way. I'm going to finish digging these holes and move on to the fun stuff. I think they're finishing up the last little bit of those two holes, but that's all of them. Now I will say, I know for a fact these holes aren't done. I know there's gonna be, like, you know, scooting a couple of them one way or making them wider or deeper. That all goes with the territory. I haven't done this kind of work in a very long time. Back when I did landscaping, we also built all sorts of other things, barbecue areas, sunken patios, block work too, but it's been a minute. It's been a very long time. All right, I'm to the point. I've got to run to Lowe's and grab some lumber. So I'm gonna go do that real quick and then get back to it.
So we have had incredibly beautiful weather lately. Like, it's been nearly 60s and sunny and just gorgeous. I know it's fall spring. I'm not taking the bait, but it has been so nice outside. And for some reason, when it's like beautiful like this, I just want to bake treats. I know a lot of people are like, it's fall and Christmas and all that, and that's when they want to bake treats, but I just like to bake treats when the weather is beautiful, like springtime kind of thing, for whatever reason. So I'm making treats today. I've been wanting to make a Danish, a cheese Danish, for a while. I make this probably once a year. I should make it more often, but I usually make it about once a year. And so today I'm going to make a cherry cheese Danish with the cherries that we canned last year. And I've got some cream cheese. I'm heating up my milk and butter. Just scalding it. I'm not getting it too crazy hot. Actually, I'll turn that off now so I don't want it too hot because I don't want it to bake and kill my yeast. But so this is a very basic dough. It's just a sweet dough with some eggs and milk and butter added. And then we let it do its thing and rise, and then I'll fill it with the cream cheese and the cherry filling, and I braid it. It's a loose braid. And then bake it, and I drizzle it with some powdered sugar glaze, and it's very, very good. Pretty simple, a little involved as far as like time to make it, just because like the braiding and making all the pieces, but it's very simple in what it is, and it's delicious, and everybody loves it, and it's so good. So I've been wanting to make this for the kids and Ben. They all love it, and we're just gonna do that today. So let's jump in. Alrighty, while my, excuse me, you goofball.
I put my ponytails in the way.
You did. While my dough is rising and doing its thing over there, I'm gonna get the filling ready. So I like to do a cream cheese Danish. Just one, and be careful you don't get the juice on you. I like to do a cream cheese Danish or cream cheese filling with my fruit fillings. So I'm gonna get my cherries going and thickening while I do the cream cheese part. So I drain these just because they get like really, really juicy. You can use fresh or frozen too, but I've got canned. So I'm gonna drain these, and I'll set that syrup aside, and I'll use it to make like jello or something later, or serve it on pancakes. I'm gonna put just a little bit of juice just to give the flour something to thicken. We're gonna put some sugar in here, and then just a little bit of flour. We're gonna heat this up until it just gets a little thick, like cherry gravy kind of consistency. There's about 2 tablespoons or so of flour. This mixed up on some low heat. We're just gonna let that go until it gets a little warm and mostly thickened up. I'm not worried about the heat. I'm just worried about it getting thick. All right, and we're gonna do cream cheese. So this is cream cheese and some sugar and egg yolk. And that kind of helps it thicken after it gets cooked.
But it's very delicious.
It is very delicious. You like cream cheese? Okay, that's good. Ah, there we go. Okay, half a cup of sugar.
Yeah.
Okay, 1 egg yolk. I'm just gonna mix this with a fork until it's good and mixed together. That was softened cream cheese too, so that makes it easier. Here is my cherry gravy, I guess you could call it. So as you can see, it's thickened and sweetened, and it's okay. Like the cherries kind of fall apart as I mix it, but that's okay because it all kind of runs together in the Danish anyways. Okay, so this makes 4 Danish braids. I don't make individual ones. That's just too fiddly. I have to make too many to feed all of us. So I just make a big braid and we slice it. So this, the amount of dough that I made makes 4 braids. And so the struggle I have found over the years has been getting the braids like rolled out and laid out and done, and then like transferring them to a baking sheet without like the whole thing falling apart. So I've tried a couple different things over the years. What I'm gonna do today is actually measure this out on my sheet. And then I'm gonna cut it in half long ways because one, I can get 2 braids on each pan. So I'm gonna cut it in half long ways, get my braid made up on that piece, and then I can just lift that up and put it on the baking sheet. Alright, that's not entirely straight, but whatever.
I can roll it really fast.
I bet you could. Alright.
I can run it 100 miles an hour.
Wow, that is really fast. Alright, we do have to do a little bit of just plain counter work before we put it on the parchment. So, put some flour down.
Yeah, so it doesn't tick.
Yeah, we don't want it to stick. Alright, we're gonna cut this into 4 equal-ish pieces.
And then roll it up.
And then roll it out. So this size is gonna be about what it is finished. So I'm actually gonna roll it farther out the sides because when I do the braiding, I bring the sides in. So we're just gonna pull it out a little bit. Okay, Fergie, can you hold this down? Yes, perfect, thank you.
There's a cut.
A crease, that's okay. Watch your fingers. Okay, I try to square it up as much as I can just because it makes a nicer braid.
Me?
Finished project. I do.
Let's measure how big it is.
How big is it?
60 inches.
60. Well, that says 12 right there. We can measure it if you want. Let's see. That's 12 right there. And that's another 5. So that's 17 inches. All right.
See how big it is. Right
Oh, that
there.
way? Okay. Let's see how big it is that way. It is about 11.
11?
Yep. So I'm going to make about a third. So we're going down the middle third, and I'm not cutting all the way through. I'm just scoring this to give myself a visual. Whoop. Fat scoring. Not straight. All right. So I make, I don't know, 3/4 inch strips. So I'm cutting from that third that I scored all the way out. And then turn it around.
Oh no!
It's okay. That's fine. It's all gonna get moved anyways. It's kind of like noodles, but we're not gonna take them off. Leave them there.
Is it
Okay, and then
noodles?
I just come across from the other side and make even cuts with these ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you're tracking now.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Okay, so we're gonna take the cream cheese. We're gonna take, since we gotta make 4 braids, we gotta do a quarter of this.
Okay.
Just want enough to get that nice cream cheese Danish flavor.
Can I do it?
Do you want to spread it?
Yeah.
Okay. So we want to keep it in this line, okay? So we got a lot up here, so let's spread some of that down to the bottom, because we don't have very much down here at the bottom. So it goes this way. Send it all the way down. There you go. Okay, and then spread it out. And then I want to spread out this whole middle. Okay.
Cherry puppios.
Cherry poppios?
Yeah, cherries.
Okay.
Where did we get these cherries?
We got these from Azure, and then we canned them ourselves this summer. Now's where we get fancy.
Could I?
So we're gonna alternate this side and this side. So that was bottom first and then top, so now we'll do top first and then bottom. Looks more like a mummy than a braid.
Yeah, I got some.
All right, and then like I said, since we got this on our parchment, then we'll just move it like that. Ta-da! There's one. All right, got these all done. These are gonna rise for a little while, I don't know, 30, 40 minutes or so. And then we will egg wash them and then bake them. Alrighty, I actually had to run out. I had a chiropractic appointment today, and it wound up coinciding with the time that I needed to bake these Danish. So the boys got them taken care of for me. So they put the egg wash on there and baked it at 350 for about 25 minutes. And they look great, they look fantastic. And now I'm just gonna really quickly make up a powdered sugar glaze. Just powdered sugar, a little bit of water or milk, and some vanilla. And we will drizzle it over there and they'll be beautiful. Alrighty, there we go. Finished Danish, ready to go. We will eat these for breakfast, snacks, dessert, whatever. It's not gonna last very long. It'll probably only be a day or two, but we love it. It's very good. I will pop a recipe for this below in the description box. So for those of you who want to make the Danish yourself, you can do it. It's also good without the cream cheese, but it's better with the cream cheese, if you know what I'm saying. So, alrighty, I'm gonna probably cut into this because this looks really good. Tai-Tai, did you want?
Yes, please.
You're not Tai-Tai.
Might as well be tie-tie. I'll wash my hands.
Alright, wash your hands. Okay, this one.
Okay.
You're welcome.
So nice to eat.
Okay. Oh.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's good. Sugar. Sugar.
Go to the house corner. Corbin, I'll have you stand in the middle of this rectangle to support the tape measure.
Above or under the string?
Under's fine. I got 68 feet, 2.5 inches. Okay, we did pretty good. It's 68 and 2 inches. I got my strings laid out, and believe it or not, those are level. I don't know if you can see them very well from on camera. A buggy and a half is how high this corner is. The camera doesn't really do it justice and show slope very well, but I now have my big rectangle laid out. We just measured everything, got everything where it's supposed to be. The orange one is my width. The orange one's set right at 14 plus what I need to get off the wall. White one going this way, this is just level. I'm gonna come back, adjust my orange one to the right height. Everything is level, like that is the square. We just measured it corner to corner, and it was within a 1/4 inch, quarter to quarter. So I'm pretty happy about that. Kind of interesting applying, you know, my entire career of working on a very small scale into the larger realm of building, and the rules still apply. Everything scales. Now, the name of the game, now that I got my height and my dimensions kind of where I need them, there's a lot of digging that has to be done to widen these holes to get them where they need to be, and then I can start setting my my boxes. I'm just gonna put a little box down for my footer, get it set at the height that I want it, and then just pour concrete. There is my first hole. We are in line, and it is a division of cinder blocks. Now I get to make boxes with the rest of the lumber I've got. Say hello to my lovely assistant. It's gonna be a bunch of fitting, as everybody knows. Put all of your time in your foundation, and the rest of the project will go smooth.
That's so true.
So I know that my strings are square and level. I know that my first cornerstone is exactly where it needs to be. So we're just gonna roll with it. Rinse and repeat. Looks like I'm making planters. Okay, got about half of them. 3 less than half. We're about halfway there. So got a dozen of them done. I just grabbed just a couple pieces of lumber last time I was at Lowe's. The idea is if I do this right, I can just pull these off and move down. If not, I can leave them in the ground and I'm not gonna lose sleep over it. So I'm gonna address something right now that it's gonna make my life easier. Our videos, we film a daily vlog. We pick up the camera every day, we film, and we try to make an episode a day. We try to accurately capture how the day went. It is very hard to film a construction project in that style. Some days it looks like you haven't gotten very much done. Everything's more or less in the same place it was this morning where I started, but that's for real what got done today. Doing this stuff, doing other stuff, you know, not to mention all the stuff that goes on behind the scenes that doesn't make it on the internet. So what we are going to try doing is we are actually going to just film it all like normal. We will probably film a vlog, and then I'll just document my progress as I work on this. That way we can do like a once a week episode where we just put everything together and we'll show you the build video. I think that would make my life a lot easier, and it would honestly save a lot of hassle, because when we built this thing, it is quite overwhelming with all the questions and things that we get messages about. It'll end up making my life easier filming this in a way that we can make episodes, you know, Thursdays or build update videos, stuff like that. And you know, we're doing this not just because of YouTube, but we do actually enjoy documenting what we're doing. And I think it'd be really cool to be like, hey, here's this video, here's where we started, here's this video, here's where we finished, that kind of stuff. So that's what we'll be doing. I mean, there might be a little bit of building stuff throughout the week depending on how the week goes, but look for that to happen. I can just set the camera up and start working. So that's about where I'm at today. We got stuff going on tonight, so I'm gonna get cleaned up and go have a cup of coffee with Meg and then head out. Guess we'll check back in at dinner time. Are you inspecting? Yep, I know. What do you think? Okay, I must be on the right track, huh? No complaints? So what is this contraption?
Okay, so this is a steamer that you bought me. Steamer basket, bamboo steamer basket. So I put some parchment paper in there so things don't stick. But we're going to do dumplings tonight. I'm going to steam them tonight rather than fry them like I usually do. So, and then we'll do broccoli as well.
Hey, they look cooked.
Alright, let's temper them, make sure. It's the dumplings.
Mommy, it's
Dumplings. It's almost cooked, we'll see. I'm gonna stab some.
Dumplings.
This, oh yeah, 200. That's
very, very cooked.
I just checked them a little while ago and they weren't there yet, so that went really fast. Okay, great.
Power of steam.
Yes. Alright, and then broccoli.
Well, very cooked
Very
broccoli.
cooked broccoli. Okay, I should have checked that earlier. Alright, a little bit of a learning curve. I'll figure it out. I'll be okay.
It's kind of shame on me for filming you learn how to, like, everybody knows that you don't show people when you're learning how to do something.
Right, just like you don't try new recipes when you have company coming over.
Yes, never try new recipes when you have guests.
Although, I am notorious for doing that.
Not that one.
Alright.
That one. Thank you.
welcome.
All right, that was a good dinner. I love dumplings.
Me too.
Like any shape and size.
Yes.
I like dumplings.
You like dumplings? Good. All right, that is gonna do it for us for today. So we'll catch you guys on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.